The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us.
But he was talking about that he was teaching students, Danish students, I think.
Yeah.
And they asked him, like, how do we get out of this? And he was like, no, this is going to be a generational thing. Like, none of us will be alive to see it when it gets back to semi-normal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think how to, because there's always shit that I'm going over in class, and it's like, oh yeah, that has happened before.
Right.
But yeah, the last thing to pull us out of something like this was
a war.
Yeah, I mean, it was unions tried and it got a little done, but it was World War I, and then it was immediately like, let's go back. And then it took a depression and a world war.
Okay, so we're on the brink of a depression, so we're looking at a world war then.
Yeah, I think a depression is more likely. I mean, you...
Oh, yeah, no.
You really do kind of, there's people want to say this or that, but there's this underlying shit that if you stand back from it like 10 years after the fact, you'd be like, how the fuck same as with like 2009. You're going like, nobody except for, a few dudes were going like, wait a minute, we're giving home loans to people who can't afford them?
Correct. That
doesn't make sense. And then
I hope
Christian Bale did the math.
To Metal. Right? Yeah. Didn't you listen to Metal in that movie? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. The line is getting close to where, like, there's really no coming back. Like, we've got people, Black Hawks, helicopters, in a U.S. city. Chicago, the third biggest city in the country, is Houston past it?
If you take the whole Chicagoland area, I think it's...
Still up there? I know Houston's climbing the charts.
Yeah.
Rappelling into I think it was an apartment building.
But what, like, next to Wrigley?
I don't know what it was, and then they just drug everybody out. Multiple news sources reporting the same thing.
But, you just go in like, okay, so what, you're going into...
A residential
I don't
area.
want to make the assumption it's on the south side, but,
I don't know, because to me it didn't really give a...
The historical stereotype is that the south side of Chicago is the rough side of Chicago, although it's, it's good block, bad block, same as any urban
like New
environment.
Orleans. Right, exactly.
But you go in like, so what, you're targeting quote unquote illegals, or...
So this was an entire apartment complex of illegals.
Yeah, or it's like, or you're targeting, some center of crime, which is like, well, if you're going into like the projects, like there's a reason why they, we look at them as centers of crime is because it's just poverty, right? Correct. Like,
that's what it boils down to.
I'll save that comment for off night because it's about New Orleans. But
we should eventually talk about the judge whose house got burned down.
Yeah. Well, and that's...
I'm not going to go there, but...
And not to bring, like, all this shit is just for show. Like...
So that's, I guess, what I'm getting at. Like...
Because they didn't fix anything in Los Angeles. They didn't fix anything... No. Where was the last place he sent people? D.C. Like, they didn't fix anything in fucking D.C.
No, and I think in Chicago, they're not letting anybody in restaurants or going to the bath. They're saying, nah, stay the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Rent some porta potties.
Right.
And like DoorDash some food.
And it's, honestly speaking, private business, private property. Yep. And if somebody's going to come in and they're not going to, acknowledge who they are, Like
Correct.
they're coming in masked and like not showing
I'm
ID
hungry.
or
Give me a hamburger.
a badge or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay, like get the fuck out of here.
And I think the mayor signed a executive order
Well, I mean,
about the masks
Yeah.
and about that. Like the businesses could tell ICE to go fuck themselves.
yeah, you need to be clearly labeled as to what you are.
Correct.
And we need to be able to identify you, because if you're presenting yourself as something that you're not, last time I checked, it's illegal to pretend to be a federal agent of any kind.
It's illegal to just, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To cosplay a peaceman, a police officer.
Yeah. And try and do their job. I mean, same as it's illegal to pretend to be a doctor. Like,
Right.
Because you're not supposed to be fucking with that shit without the training. Like, you just
That's
can't
where
put
I
on
was
a
at.
lab coat and go like, nah, let me go digging around in that brain of
I'm
yours.
gonna solve cancer right now, and perform brain surgery on this guy because I stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? But so the city and state are suing.
Yeah.
Although last week, I don't know if it was the same judge whose house got firebombed, allegedly, told him that he can't do this. Like, straight up, you can't be sending the military into
I mean,
cities.
you
He's
can't.
been told no several fucking times.
It's one thing if if Pritzker or I forget who the mayor of Chicago is now.
Me too.
But if they're going, hey, we need help, will you please
That's
activate?
a different story.
So you have
That's like Landry down there, like on his knees, being like, please send somebody here.
and guess what? He's not. And
No, because
is it
it's
like-
not a high-profile enough state, or New Orleans isn't.
Are
They know better.
Are they don't want to show that Gavin Newsom's correct, right? And
Right.
Like per capita, all of our cities have the highest birth.
Go to Shreveport, motherfucker.
But yeah, I mean, nobody's asking for it in Illinois.
Nope.
I
Or
mean-
Portland,
Right.
where they're taking 300 National Guardsmen, federalizing them, and sending them to Oregon from California. So Newsom's suing them as well.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, like, as far as I know, the people in Portland, that's the only thing that they do publicly complain about is the unsheltered population.
Homelessness. Yeah, we talked
Which
about
is-
it last week.
Yeah, which is you're going like, well, I mean, that's not something the National Guard can fix anyway.
What are they
That's-
going to do? Strap all of them up and bring them
Right,
to
like-
a gulag?
You need to get the Secretary of HUD off their ass, whoever it may
It
be.
was Linda McMahon, his last administration.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
She got promoted to education this time.
But they're not going to do that. I mean, they're not going to go into these places. I mean, same thing in Chicago. It's like, I mean, you want to help the crime, you got to ease the poverty issue in these
see so many
large
of
urban
these,
centers.
Economists and historians and people way, way, way smarter than me that are saying, like, if you alleviate poverty,
Right. There's no reason for people to, I mean,
commit a felony.
yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to go
basic
commit a
crime,
felony.
right? Like now, I mean, then your serial killers will really stick out. But
Right.
you're going
I'm
like,
not talking about like someone's daughter going and stealing some gum or a pack
Yeah.
of cigarettes. No, I mean that's going to happen no matter what because kids are going to be kids.
but that, I mean, that's why in the countries that have successfully, banned very deadly weapons,
Right.
they also do provide health care. So people aren't desperate to pay.
Or like we were talking about Germany, where they will pay you
Yeah.
a month unemployment but a livable wage while you look for a job.
Right. And like that's supposed to be the process here, but then they keep putting smaller and smaller windows on it.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, if you don't find a job by this time,
No, I think Germany.
you're fucking
it's
out
just-
on your ass. Yeah.
You still got to jump through the hoops or whatever, but it's okay till you find a job. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason you pay taxes.
Well, and that's and again, like math doesn't lie. The numbers have been going down nationwide. Why? Because at least coming out of the pandemic, there was enough people getting jobs or getting back to work and then people are starting to be able to pay their bills, put food on the table, all that shit.
It was like a hard reset there for a second. Yeah.
But now that's probably going to go the other way. Jobs numbers are going into the negative now.
And we won't know the truth with his thing,
Yeah.
But
no, we have to rely on other watchdogs.
Exactly.
That are.
Yep.
But the recent news is not good.
No, and it hasn't been good for several months now.
Since, it's
what do you call it, Liberation Day, when he announced all these tariffs in May.
Yeah, but and even too, the numbers under Biden are clearly not sustainable because we don't have that many people entering the job market.
Well, that's what I was about to say. That was kind of an overcorrection because of everybody not having fucking jobs.
And that's
during
why
COVID.
But even then you had, because of remote work and shit like that, you could find a job in a different field. Now, when most everybody's like, you got to be back in the office. And then it's going well, we can't take a chance on just some rando now.
Right.
And then
now we've got people back in the workforce. So
yeah.
But I get it. And
don't worry, schools are still hiring teachers, though. We're desperate.
Yeah, apparently so are hospitals for doctors.
Right, yeah.
Shit that we need.
Yeah.
The important stuff.
Police.
Yeah,
firemen.
Exactly. Yep. But apparently anybody can go work for ICE.
Yeah.
I should fucking say.
No requirements whatsoever.
No. What was the guy's name in Deadpool 2? Bob, with the mustache.
Yeah.
That's what I picture every ICE agent is him.
But he was awesome.
Just saying, the ultimate, different timeline.
Yeah.
But, him. Yeah, I don't... So, and we also, just sticking on job numbers for a minute. Companies aren't hiring as much anymore either because of they're losing fucking money because of the tariffs. So now you're just stuck chasing your tail.
Well, and also, we're with the job numbers initially stalling, and now where they're going is, that means less availability for somebody to go, well, I want to change.
Correct.
Either make a lateral move to another company, or it's you got to stay and you got to work at where you're at.
Yep, exactly. You can't take the chance.
That's not happening out there. And
especially
even corporations are tightening up.
Yeah.
Because they can't,
afford to hire more people.
Right, because they got to pay their top level managers, give them bonuses, and give the CEOs bonuses. So that means less base workers, so it just
frontline workers,
and that's what you're going to get is, again, and then that's going to have its ripple effect. But we're also, because of the tariffs on lumber and other building materials,
soybeans, we haven't sold a penny of those.
Well, construction's down, so there's less new houses for people to buy.
A company that makes nails,
right? And the steel tariff,
right?
Yeah,
is fucking them.
Yeah,
nails.
Correct.
So think of all the shit you need nails for.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then on top of that, you hit the cheapest labor force, particularly for construction.
Correct.
So now you're going
all that important infrastructure jobs.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. you're rappelling out of helicopters to zip tie those guys up.
And what you have, and so small businesses are having to do more with less.
Yep.
And of course now it's the people that are available to hire will not work for any wage. They will only work for the wage that they want, because that's the society we live in.
Don't I know that?
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.